back to Our Side of the Story podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Taira.
I'm Daizah.
Dang, like meet my energy halfway at least. Did you just not hear my introduction?
This
the
is
dramatics?
why you're the...
You're right. Let me stay in my lane.
We forgot.
Let me stay in my lane.
Okay.
All right. Well, we appreciate you guys tuning back in with us. Don't forget, as always, to like, follow, subscribe, comment, all the above. All right. So before we even get into this episode, click that subscribe button. Y'all know y'all want to be a part of the team. You feel me? So make sure you stay locked in with us. This is going to be a very special episode. It's episode, 15? 15. That is insane. 15. I'm like so proud of the progress we've made. I remember saying like, this is our second episode, our third episode, and here we are, freaking episode 15. 15! Woo! All right. I remember things I did at 15. Jesus. Speaking of the things I did at 15, our question of the day from last episode was, what lesson turned into the ultimate blessing?
Yeah.
What did you have in mind? Because I felt like I couldn't narrow down like what one lesson turned into like the ultimate one blessing. So I have many different answers, but while you speak, I'm going to go ahead and narrow down to just one response.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I would say in my young adult life, I have experienced a big lesson just as of recently. And the simplest way that I can break it down is rejection. What is it? Rejection drives you to redirection. And for me, it's like I've experienced a lot of rejection lately with comparison, with just like who I am.
Yeah.
And because I was like feeling that, it showed me what I was lacking internally.
Yeah.
And it redirected me to it is a different version of myself for sure. Definitely the rejection. Because like a lot of us, we don't understand that rejection is given every single day.
Absolutely. In different
every
forms.
single day. Yeah. But to an extent where it's like you have to question your self-worth. You start to question your identity.
Yeah.
You start to question like, am I the problem? Am I wrong? What's wrong with me?
What did I not do? What can I do better?
Am I enough? Like, what did I do wrong? And that would be my biggest thing. And like internally, it's so hard to deal with because I just never questioned myself so much. And like, I've never felt this so bad because before the experience that I went through recently, I was just like, I used to just not be like this. Like, this is not who I am. And I know it's not, but where did I learn these things from? So definitely the redirection is just learning self-love, the boundaries that I didn't have, being able to say no, and choosing myself over things that no longer serve me.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
That's a beautiful blessing. Beautiful blessing.
Yeah.
And a beautiful lesson
as well. So it's like
blessing
in disguise for sure.
Because
I
love how you phrased it as well. So rejection turns into redirection.
So it redirects you to, okay, if this is what you're experiencing, which is rejection, and it's not like a fulfilling thing, it'll redirect you to what you're missing.
Yep.
Which is the self-love part.
And I've always looked at like redirection as, okay, if this thing is not working in my favor, or if I want this thing so bad and it's just not, it's so far away, like although I'm running towards it, it's just so far away, it's not within God's will. It's not within his will for me to have it or have it right now in this moment. Yeah. So the redirection part, I think that's a beautiful, beautiful outlook to have on just the scope of rejection. Because like you said, rejection happens every single day. Literally. In some way, shape, or form, right? Yeah. So looking at it as like, okay, it doesn't mean no. It just means not right now.
Not right now.
It does not. Yes, it just means not right now. I like that. So I think honestly, and this is just something that I live by wholeheartedly. And you know me, I've always been a giving person, right? But it was one experience I had when I was in college, broke college kid, like the average broke college kid. I literally was down to my last like I don't even know, like a couple dollars in my account type stuff.
Yeah.
And I went to Walmart to get some noodles and whatnot. And then I seen this mom. She had her baby on her hip and a few groceries. Her EBT card, it only had like a few dollars on it or whatever. She was right in front of me. I was all up in her business. And she still had a balance left. And I was like, damn, all right, well, instead of me getting my little oodle noodles, let me just pay for the rest of her stuff. She got a kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So through that experience, that particular experience, I don't know like what time period after that moment that I started to see blessings that I couldn't even imagine. Like books was paid for the next semester, like tuition was paid for the next semester, my car note was paid because I was struggling. I was working 3 jobs while taking 5 classes in college. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tired is an understatement.
Yeah.
So busting my ass to make ends meet, just make ends meet. Because I'm at Walmart buying oodle noodles to survive and stay afloat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that next, whatever, couple weeks or whatever, everything was just going my way. And I was like, damn, this feels good. This is what it feels like to actually live a little instead of just survive.
Yeah.
Okay, I can do this. I can live to see another month.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I think when you are willing to bless others, even in hard times, we will. It's almost inevitable for you to be blessed 10 times over.
Yes.
So that was a lesson. Like I said, I've always been a giving person. I'm like, if I got it, you got it type stuff.
Yeah,
but in that moment, I didn't have it to give, but I still gave. And I learned that was my ultimate lesson right there. Ultimate lesson and blessing. Even in hard times, you still give. You still bless others in some way. And you will be blessed 10 times over. Yeah. So, but like I said, I had many different other ones. I feel like everybody has a story, right?
Yeah.
And there was this phrase that I heard that really resonated with me. And it was, without test, you don't have a testimony. I said, damn, you right. You right. Like, what? That's your story, basically. Like,
it always be like the cliche
statements. Right. But I mean, that's a powerful statement, though.
For sure.
Without test, there's no testimony.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's a good reminder, too, because, like, I'll talk to some people and they'll be like, but, like, why me? Like, why did God pick me?
Yes.
Why do I have to get out the mud? Like, some people just get the easy way out. And I'm just like, because, look, God knew that you were the chosen one and that you were capable of getting you and your family out of this predicament so you can build this type of character because he knows you're deserving of it at the end. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But when you're in the midst of it, I'll be like, why me? Like,
right. I am not your strongest soldier.
Like, I don't know what I did to deserve this.
No, for real. Bruh.
And it'd be hard to get out of that funk.
Through trials and tribulations, like, you don't see, like, looking at silver linings and shit, I'm just be like, bro, if you don't miss me with that, like, this is, no, that does not exist right now. Like, I gotta make some shake.
No,
like,
literally.
Fuck what you talking about right now. Like, what are you talking about? It's gonna be here. Tomorrow's gonna be another day. Like, no, I don't want to see tomorrow.
I need to figure out how to make it through today.
Today.
Like, I'm worried about,
facts.
It's bad.
So, but it's just good to keep that in mind that I've never experienced, and I forgot this quote by Steve Harvey. I'm not even gonna try to remember what it was, 'cause I'll probably butcher it. But he basically was saying, like, anytime you're going through something, like, he was like, think of a time that God never didn't pull you through. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if you're here today, God pulled you through. And if you're still going through it, then he's currently pulling you through it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's kind of like, anytime you're going through a rough patch or trial, tribulation, whatever you want to call it, know that it's temporary. You know what I'm saying? And it's seasonal. That's the beauty of it. Because I feel like there's no evolution, or there's no growth or change that occurs in your life without you going through that, the rocks, the mud, as you call it. So I always, now, because back in the day, I'm not your strongest soldier, please. But now I look at it as like, bring it. Like, what's the next challenge? Please bring it. I'm ready to level up. Ready to level up.
Yeah.
But nah.
I think with the rejection too, like when it was happening, I was just like, why? And I couldn't see the end of the tunnel in it. But now that I've been able to process it, I'm just like, all right, cool. You then showed me what wounds in the inner child and how deep down inside that was inside of me that I had no idea. Like when I took that emotional intelligence like program, they would, I'm not going to say too much because I can't really break it down, but there was an exercise in there where I had to, I don't even know if I can.
Is this a copyright situation?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, paraphrase in your experience without giving too much information about them.
I didn't feel any anger towards my dad before, but during, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm angry. Like I could like punch the wall right now. And I've never punched a wall. But in that moment, I was like, wow, like I'm truly hurting inside. And I didn't realize the effect that it had. Like we all say like daddy issues or like absent fathers, but we don't, a lot of us women, I feel like we don't realize what or how it plays a part in our day-to-days. So when it comes to like relationships and the partner that we're with, there's something there that we're looking in our man to fulfill internally for us. Like the, what was the quote? Who you attract is unfinished business from the parent that you got the least love from.
Is unfinished business.
Yes.
Damn.
So I don't know where I got that from, but some video of this girl talking about it. And I was just like, wow. When I reflect in that moment, it was more of like I don't want to say convenience, maybe more of a comfortable thing.
Yeah.
Like when someone, like, not that I think I may have been codependent on him to fulfill a part of me that was empty.
Him, meaning your partner?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I didn't receive that from my dad.
Your dad.
So I'm constantly looking at him like, you need to tell me this, affirm me this, reassure me this, treat me like this. Like, I want to feel like daddy's little girl.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's not healthy.
Yeah.
And eventually I was just like, please, 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 like, please love me.
Yeah.
And not getting it and not realizing that all of that was inner work that I didn't know I needed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's kind of cool. Well, I'm not going to say cool per se, but it always amazes me how relationships just in general work. You know what I'm saying? When you're by yourself, you don't have those things to worry about. Like, you cool with who you are. Like, I'm Gucci. I ain't got no issues.
Yeah.
When you're with somebody,
it'll show you.
They start showing you and identifying things within yourself that you wouldn't have identified on your own. You know what I'm saying? Whether that's like what value you have and what value you bring to them in the world, or what problems you have that you didn't know that were problems, such as what you're talking about right now.
Yeah.
And honestly, that unfinished business, those two words are sticking in my head right now because of the fact that I can relate to that. Honestly, and I'll admit, I probably was in denial for years. Like, I ain't got no daddy issues. I don't have holes that need to be filled by somebody else. But through experience and just living life and being in committed relationships, you do start to see those things like, I am this way because of the fact that this happened with my father. I am this way, or I don't have this because my dad never, blah, 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 whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or mom, whoever.
Yeah.
So I think that is an accurate statement and conclusion to come to when it comes to how much a parent can affect a person in once they start their own relationships and their own parenting styles when they have kids.
And if you ain't aware of it, it just ain't gonna change.
Exactly. And that's a whole nother something. So would you say that what you just said, if you're not aware of it, then nothing's going to change? So do you think that people who are not in relationships, do you think that they can identify that stuff on their own? What issues they have or what holes need to be filled?
No, because, well,
I think,
I feel like to a degree.
I'm an advocate for therapy, honey. Advocate.
For sure. If you're actively doing it.
Right.
For sure. But if you're not and you're just going day by day, life is good, life is perfect, I ain't got no problems, then you're stuck, you know?
That's a closed-minded individual.
Correct.
Of course, they're going to be, I'm good, I don't have any issues, you're the problem. But somebody who is open-minded to
for sure
being more self-aware, I think that they could come to those conclusions by themselves rather than having a partner having to pin out like, this is a problem, this is a problem. You know what I'm saying?
The word that comes to my mind is mirror. And in a mirror, if it's only you, like you're only going to see half of what you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when you have a partner, they're going to point out a lot of things that you didn't realize. And for me, I think opposites attract, but like to a degree.
Okay.
I don't know if like the statement opposites attract is not, maybe I'm not using the right word, but sustainable.
Okay.
Someone had said that polarity is good, but too much polarity is not good.
Okay.
And the polarity is it's indifferences, in comparison, stuff like that. And for me, it's like, I've told you this before, I lack in like taking lead on things. So naturally, as a woman, I'm looking for a man that has that leadership or that takes charge in certain things because I lack.
Yeah.
Right? But like too much indifference is not healthy because now there's no like common ground on certain things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I see. No, I get exactly what you're saying. Yeah, I agree with that, actually.
Like, I used to stand on opposites attract, and that's why we're this and that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, there's just too many. There's similarities, but there's more
differences.
Like, if you were a clean, which you're super clean, germaphobe, and I'm like more on the lackadaisical side, you're going to look at me like I'm freaking crazy. Yeah. And I'm going to look at you like, you need to relax.
Yeah.
Like, if there's never going to be a common ground, then we're just going to be
bumping heads. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I agree. But I also think that's kind of what I was about to use the term spice things up, because like I wouldn't want to be with somebody that's exactly like me or even very similar. You know what I'm saying? And we have friends who have relationships that are like they're the same exact person. You know what I'm saying? And although that could be fun, like, you think what I'm thinking? Like, you know what I'm saying? Type stuff. But at the same time, it's like, okay, like, I don't know. Mirroring, I wouldn't want to be around myself all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would want a balance at some point. Like, it has to be a yin and yang type situation. Like, if I'm always like me, just like the beginning of this damn episode, I was like, you got to match my energy. Like, come on. This is why we work. You know what I'm saying? We take turns switching vibes. You know what I'm saying? We take turns. I feel like you create the common ground. When it's opposites attract, you start to create common grounds to have something to build upon together. You know what I'm saying? And that's what creates beautiful relationships. Because if you have two people that are the exact same, that's cool. And I'm sure there's many relationships out there that are like that. But I just feel as though, me personally, I wouldn't want two tiaras in the house. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want...
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Damn, what you're
not
saying.
Too much on the for sure, though. We definitely don't want two tiaras in the house.
I don't know if I'd ever be able to relax with two tiaras in the house.
I know when to hit that off switch now. Look, it just don't go off very often.
It flickers.
Yeah.
To both sides.
Stupid. No, that ass though.
For me, I feel like because I'm like such a grounded person that when there's so much of this, I don't do well.
Okay.
So I know there's certain things that I can't handle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like for my sanity.
Yeah.
And cool, if you're always going to be this person, I'm going to be this person.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to be like...
in the middle.
Like we can go up and down, but it's still like this.
The wavelength needs to be a little bit more controlled. Yeah, I feel that, honestly. You know what's funny? Speaking of wavelengths, because somebody got a little upset with me when I broke this down to them. I think it was a conversation I had like right before I flew back to Vegas. And I know people are going to feel some type of way about me saying this, but when you, and I feel like we talk about tolerance a lot on this damn podcast, but I feel like that's a big topic that people, one, do not understand, two, understand how to apply it, and three, are afraid to kind of tread that territory as far as like knowing when to, okay, that's enough. That's all I got for you. So everybody has their own testimonies, as we've already kind of established. When you've been through something and that unhealed part of you is still within internally, your nervous system, like you're a part of a huge population of unhealed people, and y'all are on this same wavelength, like doing the sob stories about my trauma, what's your trauma, blah, 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 right? But when you finally take it upon yourself to heal and rewire your nervous system to be on a higher frequency and walk away from that whole singing them sad tunes every single time that you get a chance to speak your story about, well, this happened to me, poor me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm not saying this to troll, but this is exactly how like unhealed people vibrate by living it over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's only so much I can tolerate because I'm on a different wavelength now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like your wavelength is here. My wavelength, I'm finally getting the swing of things. I'm finally taking life by the horns again. I'm moving on from the unhealed version of myself. You get what I'm saying? So when it comes to tolerating that per se, yeah. Then we're on this topic because of, you said wavelengths. And I was like, yeah, you know what? Somebody tried to fuck up my frequency a couple weeks ago. I was like, I ain't with it. But yeah. And I know, like I said, people gonna have something to say, like, you know, you need to have grace with people. Absolutely. I have a lot of unhealed people in my family and my friend groups, and I give grace. I'm patient. I'm willing to listen and communicate, but there's only so much I'm willing to tolerate. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you, hey, at some point, you have to move forward. You have to take the next step rather than just sitting here singing, strumming that damn violin. That's just my point. Look, sorry.
So 2 cents.
Look, my bad. That's all I got.
No, yeah. That's one of the things that in the rejection, I realized that it's like over and over and over and over again that people can do me wrong. And I'm just like, all right, but just one more chance. Like, what if? Ooh. And when we live in the what if, do you think that's healthy or no?
I think there's a healthy balance that can be made, because when you are thinking futuristic, what if I could do this? You're putting yourself in a trajectory mindset. Like, okay, what if I could do this? Bet, how do I do that? Let me do these things to get to that type. You know what I'm saying? Not like, what if I did this back in the day? Mm-mm.
No. What ifs when it comes to people and their chances? Like,
elaborate.
If someone is doing these certain things and they're not, let's say they're just doing you wrong. Okay. But they say they're going to change. They're giving you a little action on what they said that they were going to do. Mm-hmm. And it happens again. At what point does a what if? Like, should we live like what if he does? Or what if he doesn't do it again? Or what if his heart actually did change?
That's you having...
I don't know if that's a healthy
You got to have
thing.
a limitation, honestly. If I'm understanding you correctly on what you just broke down.
I need to go to my therapist.
I think we all need therapy, like I said. But okay, let me just entertain this for a second. You said living in the what ifs as far as like giving people the chance after chance after chance after chance. Mm-hmm. And you're giving them those chances because it's like, okay, what if they can change, or what if they do it again, or what if, right? Mm-hmm. That's going to come with you having a limitation on how many what ifs you're willing to tolerate before you just say, okay, I have no more chances to give you at that point. That's just simple as that.
Yeah, I definitely think once you learn to regulate your emotions with certain things and your awareness level becomes to a certain point where it's like, all right, I'm starting to look at myself and things, and I'm starting to catch things within myself that I need to change. But are you doing the same, or are you just going to continue to claim that you're this person? I'm just this because of this. Or I've been this way because, okay, well, I'm at a point where I don't want to be this way because I've been this way for the last 25 years.
Right.
I read a quote that was like, don't fear age because then you'll age.
Don't, wait, say that again. I heard
Don't fear age because then you'll age.
Interesting. Okay.
Like
don't
you're going to fear getting old.
Yeah.
But then you're going to also limit yourself to like life.
I like that. And I also think that that statement can be perceived in many different ways. And that's why I reacted the way I did, because I heard it and I heard it in a different way.
How'd you hear it?
Look, my logic sometimes is Tiara's logic, and it only makes sense to Tiara. But okay, I like the way you broke it down, though, as far as sometimes when you are so focused on
the problem,
that,
that you just start to be the problem.
The problem. I like that. And that's honestly a lot of times what happens. It's like a placebo effect type shit.
No, literally.
Yeah. Honestly, that probably is what commonly happens across the board. As it relates to that, especially, like, if you put up with so much, you are now the problem. Like, you're willing to continue to go through the fire.
My mom had told me one time, and Mom, if you're watching this, I love you. And I would hope that you stay on this earth as long as you could, because when you die, I'm going to be sad. But she had told me, she was like, I don't think I'm going to live past like 75. And I was like, girl, what the heck are you talking about? Like, why does it have to be like that? She's like, I'm just old, like my back hurts and this and that. And I'm just like, girl, you don't want to live to like see Beta, maybe have some, I don't know how old Beta will be actually. She might have kids by then, but
probably, yeah.
You know, but she said that and I'm like, no. This is not the mentality. Because I'd be looking at the quote where it's like, y'all, what is the quote where the parents, I would die for my kids, but would you live for your kids or something?
Yeah.
That's what comes to my head when she said that. So it was like, I guess.
Okay.
But not me.
Honestly, going back to what you said, going as far as like the chance after chance after chance, when do you stop saying what if they could do it, what if they can't, I honestly, and this is through conversation that I had with somebody else, I told them, and honestly, you know how like you give advice to somebody else and you're just like, and you hear it for yourself and you're like, why didn't I give that advice to my own damn self?
That shoot.
And I forgot verbatim what I said, because I be dropping gems sometimes when I'm just in the midst of just talking.
Oh, you've been dropping gems?
But it was something along the lines of like, you gotta learn when to choose yourself. Like, you gotta learn when to stop betraying yourself and then choose yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought about all the times that I've betrayed my own self. And it was I think it was Oprah, if I'm not mistaken. I was watching one of her things maybe like earlier this year, maybe last year. And she was saying like the worst self-betrayal is those done in conscious, like those that you do in conscious. So like the ones that I am aware that I am betraying myself. I'm choosing somebody else over me.
Yeah.
That is that's the highest level of self-betrayal that you can do. Yeah. And honestly, that's you also telling the universe, like, this person's worth more than me. This person's more important than me. Like, focus on them, universe. Just forget about me.
Yes. That, along with the redirection, I've had to learn about the self-betrayal that I've been doing to myself for the last, I don't know, let's just say 2 years. Let's say last 2 years. With the betrayal, though, I've realized that it's not in the big decisions that the betrayal is there. It's within the small decisions. And with the betrayal, it came from hiding a part of me so that I could be seen or deemed as easy to love.
Yeah.
And I would I guess we talked about a few episodes ago, but dimming my light.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be certain things like I wouldn't wear lipstick, or I would be not told, but like, I would like if you would wear this, like dressed a certain way, like more girly, dressy, stuff like that. But I've never wore dresses for the last 25 years of my life. That's just not who I am. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I would eventually like be self-conscious of my decision making, where I would just be like, okay, this isn't good enough because it's not girly, or it's not a flowy dress, or if I'm comparing myself, it's not what he is used to.
Mm-hmm. So you stop being authentic to yourself, true to yourself.
Because I'm like a more tomboy, baggy, relaxed type of person. So when I put a dress on, it's very like rare, just for like fancy occasions, you know?
Yeah.
But it's like small things like that I had realized that I was betraying myself in. And once I learned that there was self-betrayal, the first thing was that I had to take accountability to even be able to forgive myself for the betrayal.
Yeah.
And the taking accountability, I was just like, damn. All of this is hitting.
You gotta have firm boundaries, and you gotta be willing to say, like, this is as far as I can go, and this is as far as I'm willing to go before I lose myself. The moment you choose to honor and satisfy somebody else and leave yourself in the burner to basically in the back seat, that's exactly when you lose yourself. So I'm very clear, like, hey, this is as far as I'm willing to go before I lose myself in the process. Can't do it.
Yeah.
Can't do it. Mm-mm.
I've definitely learned, like, now moving forward, I will not tolerate that, and I will choose to be who I am up front.
Yeah.
Because if I'm not upfront about it, then, well, I guess it's just not meant to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So our question of the day for this episode is, if you had to choose an actor for a biopic of your life, who would you choose? I got a few people in mind. A biopic. Yeah.
Biopic.
I forgot what the exact difference of a biopic and a documentary is.
Why do I feel like it's biopic?
It probably is. Who knows? So if I'm saying it incorrectly, just tell me what it is. Biopic? No, that don't sound right. Okay, we getting too in the weeds with this. But yes, if you had to choose an actor to represent your life in a movie, who would you choose?
Megan Fox.
Honestly, that's accurate as hell.
I don't know how that
is accurate as well, looks. Persona, probably not. But she's an actress. I'm sure she can get your energy down packed.
Yeah, I don't know. I have to think about this one.
As soon as you said that name, I was like, you actually look like that bitch in Transformers. For real. Like the ponytail, the little
right
side
now,
bang,
for sure.
Everything. Wow. Okay, well, I guess Daizah just gave her answer. I'll think about who mine's going to be.
I'm going to think about it deeper.
No, you already said it. It's stamped.
Whatever.
All right, but thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Our Siren Story podcast. Make sure you, as always, like, follow, subscribe, comment, all the above, all right? And make sure you tune into the next episode. Once again, I am Taira.
I am Daizah.
And we'll catch y'all next time.